Alive. We are back, all fours at the same time. And apologies. What? It's cricket?
Cricket, yeah.
Dude, I don't know where it's at. I don't know. It's just going to town. I have a cricket in my.
Are you outside like the commish is when he does his podcast?
No, I'm in the lab, dude. I've been infiltrated. Lemony crickets over here. Stay where you're at, and I'll come where you're too. Jeez, that's good. Now I'm going to be worried about that all show. Oh well, we have a lot of football to get to. We're all four here on time. You can see it on the ticker. We did not win the Milly. We were bamboozled. We were hoodwinked. We were led astray by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We are the ones to blame for our shortcomings.
We have added to the ticker since it has officially started. Dak interception counter.
Yeah.
Is at 1.
Yes.
That one was it was probably the most
crucial
time to throw an interception to. That was the absolute worst time to throw an interception.
Let me ask you this. Which one was worse, Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott? Because they both were the worst times. Shout out that one.
I don't know.
It's hard because you expect that out of both of them.
Exactly.
They're the same person. They're the same quarterback.
Let's ask the cricket who he thinks because he wants to chime in.
Oh, yeah, dude. That cricket is just all up in that sound right there.
It's crickets. I brought the Dallas Cowboys fan base to the basement, and all I'm hearing is crickets.
There you go. You found a way to work it in. There you go.
There you go. Oh, you want to chime in? Dallas Cowboys fans base? You don't say. It's like the Charlie Brown mom. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. We're going to episode 65, September 24th, 2023. Happy National Quesadilla Day. Yes, Tex wrote this one in there. Yes, we did not win the Milly. This is DraftKings. We're also going to recap the games. We've done a little revamping. We're getting rid of the water cooler debate on Sundays and some of the other things so that we can strictly focus on football because that's what we love and that's what we're good at. So right now, Pittsburgh and Las Vegas, the Raiders. What was it? 10-7 was the last I saw.
10-7 still.
Okay.
Got it on the back end.
Okay. So there you go. But they're playing. We got lineups in play. So I got a couple. I did another 3 max. I'm on the 3 max train. So let's get going. Sean Payton, I saw this little nugget. It's the first time in his career he's lost by 50.
I mean, not many people have lost by 50. Good.
Like 3 times.
I mean, how many times have you ever heard of a 70 burger getting hung on somebody?
I actually went out. I don't know what I was doing. I came back and I checked and I went, goo! 70.
I thought ESPN had like a glitch or something. I was like, let me reload this a couple times. And I tried and went back and looked at the box score. I was like, oh, that's right.
I thought, when did USC get here in the Pac-12?
But hey, I'm going ahead and calling it on Wednesday's show. My matchup for next week, Bears-Broncos. They play. Gonna be a barn burner.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be terrible.
It's the Thursday game?
No, the first is next Sunday.
Oh, I was about to say we got a repeat of last year where we had the Broncos and I don't remember who it was, but there was no points scored, no touchdown scored. It was just terrible. Like the first game of the year.
The Niners game was pretty bad when they played the Broncos. I do remember that. It was like 11-9. That was a Thursday night, I think. Okay. Do we want to do the Cowboys or do we want to save it? Let's save it, right?
No, they'll have their Homer Alley.
You're right. Circus Chat, download the app. You can download the app, search for our name, the Milly Goats. We are the top one on there. We haven't been on there in quite some time, but we will be back on there soon once our travel schedules have now all calmed down, which is nice. Secondly, Hall of Fame bets. They are on fire. That is an app that has their customized parlay optimizer. And I'm telling you right now, dude, you can go in there and look at matchups of when somebody's out, who they played their last 10. Like, it'll sort through all that by itself if you just input the information. Say, I want to know, like I did today, A.J. Dillon without Aaron Jones. How many times he gone over 50 yards rushing? Once against Atlanta a couple years ago. And then you can build a parlay from there. So they go promo code Milly Goats. When you go to their app, you'll get your first month 50% off. So Hall of Fame bets. What, the cricket? Dude, I don't even know where it is. Like, I could hear it through my headphone. Oh, it just did one, man. It just did one. It's messing with me now. All right, Tex, National Quesadilla Day, which is different than what I put in the doc. I thought I had it as punctuation day.
There was nothing. Oh no, there's nothing in there.
It was in the description for those.
Oh,
don't worry about it.
My bad. National Quesadilla Day, been around since the time of the Aztecs. They made them with corn tortillas and filled them with things like pumpkin and squash. Very fitting for this time of year. And
PSL.
bake them in clay ovens. Now today there's several variations. And this popular dish varies across all kinds of ingredients and cultures. And it's easy to make and eat these delicious delectables. And they are enjoyed by people all across the globe. Boys,
and the Grove.
Favorite type of quesadilla? Gonna go with Butch first. Butch is
in slow motion over there. He's juvenile right now. Slow motion for me.
I was about to say he's
slow motion for me. Slowly slipping into the lag.
For me.
It's like Dags Reed.
I like how you work that back, doing it like that right there.
Okay.
All right, J-Vi, what's yours?
Oh, it's chicken and cheese. Easy. That's
easy. Now, I will say yes, chicken and cheese without a doubt.
Maybe
hot sauce on
in there.
Hot sauce. Got to have hot sauce. Got to have creamy jalapeno from Taco Bell. I haven't had a Taco Bell quesadilla in forever.
At what point does it go from a quesadilla to a burrito?
They're all the same. It's either standing upright or it's on its side. I mean, prove me wrong.
An enchilada?
That's just wrapped. That's tube. That's cylindrical.
Enchiladas with the sauce, though. Enchilada has a specific sauce that comes with it.
Sauce has. What's yours, Tex? What's your favorite?
I mean, my favorite I like to do.
It's chorizo because I'm from Texas. It's brisket in my quesadilla. Then I dip it in oil.
Absolutely nuts. But I always liked at the Rusty Order they had duck and bacon quesadillas. You don't remember those?
Nah.
Those are great. That was like the best.
Oh, not made. From there.
Outside.
I was not there for the cuisine.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you one meal I had to eat there.
Yeah.
They used to have duck quesadillas, and I thought those were pretty good.
Duck quesadillas. No, thank you. No. I think I've only had duck like 2 or 3 times. Speaking of ducks, I had some duck. Colorado.
What a weekend to be in the Denver Boulder area. Your teams.
Good thing. What is it? Jokic? Is it Jokic that plays for the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Okay. They say something nice about Denver real quick. Hey, you won the NBA title. The Avs.
Murray.
They were good. Yeah, there you go. You've got Sports Authority. Wasn't that where Sports Authority was from?
Yeah.
Colorado. What else? You
got the best chef in the nation.
Wait, who's that?
Russell Wilson.
Russ?
Oh,
let him cook.
Dude, he has bread. He has bread that's shaped like footballs. I think it says like "eat the football" or something. What is that you're drinking out of there? That cauldron?
This?
Lemonade?
No, Tex.
Oh,
okay. All right. It's like a little. The way he did it, he went daintily. Okay, yeah. So we tried to cheer you up, Colorado, but it's when you get beat by 50, that's terrible. On the show, Water cooler debate. Nope. Took that out. I forgot to erase that. We got week 3 recap of our DraftKings, the tail lines, Homer Alley, where we talk about our football team. As you should know, I'm a Niners fan. You can see it on my hat. J-Vibe, Buffalo Bills, Tex, and Butch P are Cowboys fans. So I cannot wait to get to that. We hang some banners again on Sunday. We got other relevant sports news. We've got the Listener League that we started this Sunday, like shot out of a cannon. That was a lot of fun. The Inter Squad Dad Kings Jamboree, the Widowmakers. Stop stealing our du jour. Stop stealing our T-shirt designs.
Shirt du jour.
Shirts du jour.
It's not delivery. It's du jour.
I'll have the du jour.
Oh, God. Can't miss a step here. You will get toasted. Unblock us, Reddit college football, you cowards. And Kay Adams, you can have the lone wolf after what Sam Howell did today. Oh, yes. We'll give it back. That was your idea.
Hey, that was a nice to meet you game.
Oh, man. Sheesh. Okay. Football tail lines. Here we go. This is so everybody, what?
Bring it. Let's go.
Okay, everybody does headlines. That is so 2005. We're doing tail lines because around here we flip the coin and we think tails never fail. So tail lines. Before we get to that, I don't know if this is a collective tail line. Could this be like a group project tail lines?
Okay. Speak.
App State.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What? Usually we talk about it at the end. Obviously, we are App State, born, bred, bleed, black and gold, whatever you want to call it. We had that game against Wyoming. The Battle of the Mountains was on a platter. We dominated the game. You want to hear the stats?
No.
Tell it.
417 yards to 208. 200 passing yards to 31. 217 rushing yards to 177. 27 first downs to 7 first downs. 10 of 19 on third downs to 3 out of 12.
No way. 90
total plays to 42 total plays.
What?
2 penalties to their 8 penalties. And we had the same amount of turnovers. 40 minutes and 25 seconds of possession. 19 minutes, 35 seconds of possession.
Sounds like a
How do we lose? Oh, do we lose that game? And I am sick and tired of the fans being like, well, we fought. No, we don't fight hard and go 500 at App State. We hang banners.
We haven't won an away game since Texas A&M.
Oh, my gosh. That's over a year.
Yeah.
Oh. Say whatever you want. You cannot go to the red zone and kick 4 field goals.
No. And
as soon as that happens.
I like kicking field goals.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to that guy. He had a good game. And the last one got blocked. My gosh, 5 field goals. What is he? I mean, who does he think he is? What's the kicker for the Colts? Matt Gay.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else? This is not. We're not going to talk about anybody's job. We're just extremely frustrated that now this is and everybody was saying if we went 500 in our opening, that was a win. I'm like, what? What? No, that's 2 losses.
I don't know what counts you're following, but the accounts I'm following are saying a lot different things.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not. I mean, the last probably 6 games that App has played, going back into last year, just haven't been good. I mean, there's been no
urgency.
Yeah, there's no urgency. There's no adjustments. It seems like it's just like they just go out there and they have like the whole game is scripted.
Yeah,
it's when you have the chance to step on their throat, we don't. You know what I mean?
Too conservative.
So, and then everybody went, "Oh, why did he throw that pass at the end? We could have gone." It's like, what? You could tell that was a frustration that he was trying to make a play. He's like, I want to win this freaking game. I'm going to throw it down there and see what happens. I don't blame him at all. Aguilar.
No, he from whatever I watched, he's balling. He's trying to ball.
Mm-hmm. He's not afraid. I like that guy.
He's humming it in there.
He's all right. So let's get to the tail lines. Who are we going to let go first? let's let
My team won by the most, so I'll go first.
Okay, all right.
Bills take down NFC East divisional leader.
Ooh.
And mollywopped him.
I mean, mop the floor with him.
It was never close. Sam Howell, welcome to the NFL Sam Howell game. You threw an interception in every quarter.
Oh, did he?
Yes. And it was the only thing that the Bills did bad was they let the shutout go at the end of the game. Other than that, it was a damn near perfect game.
And we almost had an absolute missile punt from our inside source that if it hadn't been wet.
We did have a missile punt. If the field wasn't wet, that would have been a top 10 play. It would have totally redeemed himself.
Dude, that thing was going to check up like a nice crispy 52 degree.
It tried to check.
It did.
It just skidded to the right a little bit, and what.
I mean, it checked itself, but it didn't. It never got to fully wrecking itself.
Yeah.
On that punt, so that was nice. All right, Tex, what's your?
I mean, the Longhorns are so back. They should be at least getting 5 to 10 first place votes in the polls, but they only got one, which doesn't make any sense. And it also doesn't make any sense that Florida State got like 2 or 3 after going to the wire with Clemson. Really?
They shouldn't have won that game either.
No, they shouldn't have. They had to rely on a kicker who had retired and got called back. I mean, it was just like
dude.
Anyways,
it
wasn't just that. Like, it wasn't just that. It was other stuff. Like, Klubnik got beat up there at the end of the game because they
got bodied on that scoop and score, dude.
He did. He did. Never saw. I mean, too many. They made so many mistakes offensively. Clemson did. And played great defensively. I mean, it was an unbelievable defensive effort. I thought that they absolutely shut down the Florida State quarterback, who's been great for the last year and a half.
That receiver that caught that pass and dominated him, he's used to go to Clemson.
Yep.
Oh, in the end zone, the last one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Texas is back. Ewers is on the path to do what I called earlier this year, national championship, win the Big 12 for the last time, and Heisman. So not only is Texas Longhorns back, but also the Rangers are number 1 in the division again after beating Seattle 3 games in a row. Houston has lost 3 games in a row, and looking like it's going to be a Texas playoff run.
Don't come in here talking baseball.
And not just that. The Houston Texans are the best team in Texas right now.
No.
Ooh.
No chance.
No chance.
Oh, there he is. Butch P's back. Here we go. We haven't gotten to your team yet. We wanted you to be here for this so that we could absolutely roast you. Tex just gave his Texas is back speech, which ultimately led to him talking about baseball and completely avoiding the NFL and what just happened in Arizona.
Yeah, so I talked about Texas. This is my time. I talked about Texas football.
Okay.
Talked about Texas baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to the Cowboys eventually.
Yes. Mine is Thursday Night Football needs to have a disclaimer before the game starts that says, quote, "We know you're watching this game, and we are sorry that you're going to get every update on your phone and text messages from everybody around you and every app you have before the play happens. And we are sorry that we are ruining the game and watching live football for you." So put a disclaimer up there like Disney Plus does now that says that, Jeff Bezos, don't be a coward. Streaming is...
Could you imagine the font size that you would need to have to fit all that?
You would need a Star Wars scrolling screen. Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, we all watched games at the same time.
We used to watch them equally, and now nobody knows who's doing what.
You have to give at least a 2-minute break before you say, what a play.
I had to do that to Butch because he was like, Kittle, and I'm like, wait, what? What happened? Oh, okay. All right. And it wasn't Butch's fault. I'm just like, it's my
for the
team.
boys.
And now he knows that it's messing with me, so he'll just blurt out a random player's name in the group message and be like, what's his face? Ray. And I'm like, oh, what did Ray do? Is he in my lineup? No, he's just messing. Like, now I have to worry about texting about that.
He said Ray, and you wrote Tud ? He goes, no, he's playing. He's just playing. He's on the field.
Oh my gosh! So get out of here. Put a disclaimer. Do it. Butch, do you have a tail lines?
Oh, you belong to me. My love story. Taylor Swift.
Kansas Swiftie?
Oh my gosh, they kept showing her during the game. The whole game they were showing her.
It's like there was supposed to be a football game going on, but the Bears showed up.
We got a reality show. Yeah, we got a reality show going on here up in the. She's standing beside his mom, who's paying her no attention. Like it was just so weird.
The Chicago Bishop Sycamores showed up today.
Yeah,
me and my wife were talking about that.
She upgraded from the bleachers to the press box or the box seats. The suite.
The whole thing was weird, man. Like the whole thing was weird. It was like clearly a play at women who were watching the game, going, "Oh, look, there's Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah,
there she is. Look how happy she is. Oh,
getting
this
people
is
to
so
tune
fun."
into the game to see.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they talked about it 3 or 4 times.
It's going to be that'll definitely be on the new ESPN highlights.
You can't blame them.
I don't know, man.
The pregame show was like, "Are they dating? What are we going to be there?"
Oh well, okay. They're being. I mean, this isn't
That's what
TMZ.
I'm saying. They're just trying to get people to tune in to raise the ratings. But my wife and I talked about it, like how comical it would have been to be his parents or his mom. Like we got a son now, so we're like, hey, what if our son makes it to the NFL and we're sitting in a box and he's like, hey, one of the most popular artists in the entire world in our generation is going to be in the box today. Like, what would our reaction be?
Hopefully she doesn't have to sing the national anthem because she can't sing at all.
Does she drink?
You'd have to. Well, no, your wife, you'd be like, but she can sing West Virginia country home. And she'd be like, oh, in.
Yeah. All right. There's your tail lines. We got a few people watching here. Patriot Sports Radio. What's up, boys? What's up, boys? Right back at you. Let's talk some football. Homer Alley. Uninterrupted minute or so. I'm going to try to hold my tongue so badly. I did write a few notes for the Bills and for the I wrote in for the Vikings too for Dylon. But do you want to go first, J-Vi, or do you want to talk about the Cowboys first?
I'll let J-Vi go first. His name's up there first.
We can go first. I kind of touched on most of everything I wanted to say during my tail lines. I mean, like the Bills blew out the number 1 team in the NFC East today, so knocked them down. I mean, just completely embarrassed them. Josh Allen, I do have to have a conversation with you because I'm getting sick and tired of you throwing these long passes for interceptions and taking away our boys' time on the field to drop dimes and get his net average back up because, nobody can make a tackle week 1, and he tried to strip the ball. That really hurt his net.
Yep.
But, I mean, we're rolling right now. Our defense looks good, which is very important for our game next week against the Dolphins. So, hey, could be a track meet next week. And I see you want to talk about this. It is infuriating watching James Cook.
Oh, my gosh.
He had 97 yards today, broke a long run at the end to the 4, and they didn't put him in to score a touchdown or give him 100 yards. And that is infuriating. Not his fault, but hey, congratulations to him because he had a kid on like Wednesday too. So
get the man a touchdown. He could have given his kid a ball.
I know. Wow.
Bro. Yeah. Dude, that's a 9-point swing.
Yes. for
Yeah.
DraftKings purposes, the Milly, like that's a 9.
9.3.
That's a
Yeah.
That's a touchdown and 3-point
9.4.
bonus for going over 100.
Which,
So-
depending on where you're at, could send you from,
Yeah,
500
That's a
points
lot.
to 1,000 points.
That's a lot.
yeah.
Or dollars.
So, okay. All right. I did have some notes here. They blew the shutout later. You concerned about the defense of the
No.
Bills?
No.
Is the offense in trouble because the defense had to do most of the heavy lifting?
No. We still scored 30 points on offense.
Josh Allen, though, only threw for like 200 and some yards.
He didn't have to
That's
throw. He
kinda low.
ran for like 50 yards and had a touchdown.
Mr. I'm MVP, candidate here, throwing for 200 yards. Brock Purdy out threw that by like
He
100 and
He
something.
threw 4 interceptions the first game. He's not an MVP candidate.
Oh, now he's rash. So you're saying Josh Allen's not the answer?
No. I didn't say he was the answer ever.
What draft night you didn't know that? Oh, but yeah, okay.
But you know what else is infuriating about App State losing? 'Cause
Oh,
if App
yeah.
State would have won, then Josh Allen would have had to wear an App State T-shirt all day on Monday.
Which would have been great.
It would have been no better, nothing better marketable wise than that.
Yes, because there would have been pictures everywhere. Okay. I think that's all on the Bills. They're what, 2-1? Are they? Yeah, are they
0-1.
they 0-1 in the division?
Yeah,
1-1. Okay.
0-1.
Wow. So still in the bottom of their division. It's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get to the Cowboys. Where do you want me to go? Should we say the Cowboys last?
Yeah, Cowboys last.
Okay. Niners. We all saw it on Thursday night. We gave you our hot man, primetime man dime hot guys. The Niners took care of business. It was an absolute massacre. It was never close. It was never a game. They have the best throwback unis. 13 regular season wins in a row. Ronnie Bell. Hello. Ever heard of him? We did. We talked about him a little bit. Tutty. Hope you played him. Purdy, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel, absolute man-child out there. Kittle, man-child. McCaffrey, man-child. No Ayuk. The defense was good. There was one play or one time when they got a penalty on a punt return, and that's literally the only drive that the Giants even sniffed the goal line. So it was complete dominance. I'm sick of this Dallas Cowboys or 49ers team in the unit. No. It's not the Cowboys. They can't even stop Josh Dobbs. Purdy was blitzed 79% of the dropbacks in the first half. And on third down, he was 6 of 7 for 107 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Clutch. So the whole game he was blitzed. His 2 touchdown passes, dimes, were against the blitz. So everybody's like, oh, he can't handle the pressure. Yeah, he can. He stood in there and threw for 300.
Against the worst
3-0.
defense in the league. If the Giants defensive backs had any awareness at all, he throws 4 picks easily.
But he didn't.
He
I don't know
didn't
what to
because
tell
the
you.
Giants didn't have awareness. Couldn't find
I don't know
the
what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. He didn't throw
ball.
any.
And
He didn't throw
the
pick.
Niners are the dirtiest team in the NFL.
No.
Trent Williams should be banned from the league as many times as he's tried to punch people.
You didn't even see the first part. The guy threw a punch first. They both should have been thrown out. At least get your facts right, dude.
I shouldn't be able to throw punches with people with helmets on.
Yeah, well, they're 3-0. Most dominant team in the NFC.
Easiest schedule.
Hey, by the way, that what's his name? The linebacker for the Giants?
Yeah.
McFadden.
41, yeah. From
McFadden. He was everywhere.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Dude, he was all over the field. So shout out.
Indiana, isn't it?
I don't know. But I mean, shout out that guy. Because he was all over the place. So, and also one more thing, Danny Dimes, 111 in primetime games coming for you, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I didn't know that stat before telling you to be his hot guy.
So, and people saying that the Niners aren't dominant, 12 rushing yards in the first half. That's all the Giants had. And they got Danny Dimes out of the game. The Cowboys couldn't even do that. So now, Cowboys. The floor is yours. I don't know who wants to go first, but what in the world was that in Arizona?
Butch, you go.
It's a debacle, man. Arizona's had our number past 2 head-to-heads. They beat us. Dude, I mean, tough week for the Cowboys losing Trayvon Diggs. We started 3 offensive linemen. You know, you don't have Martin. You don't have.
Well, there's your problem. You need
Valdez,
5.
You don't have.
Yeah, you didn't replace this guy.
What do you
I'm
Notre
saying,
Dame?
Our original starters not there. So I mean, there are some excuses there, but the thing about it is when you get into the red zone, you've got to cash in to pay dirt. You have to get tuds. We did not. That costs you the game. Cost App the game. I mean, you know, that's a problem. You have to get touchdowns. That's what wins football games. You know, so. And then Dak, good golly. I mean, Pollard was open from the get-go out of the backfield. He never even turned to look. Just threw it straight down and whatever the guy's name that intercepted the ball. Never saw him. Pollard
was
out.
Like, where was
out
he
of the
throwing
backfield,
that?
hit Pollard. Just let him dance, you know. But, hey, whatever. Decision-making, it was bad.
Okay, Tex.
5 red zone visits. 1 touchdown. 1 interception.
You're not
At a
gonna
crucial
win.
time.
You didn't want
Not going to
enough.
win. One of those red zones had them go for a 4th and 4.
Right.
Where Dak Prescott tried to scramble, got boxed in, somehow found a hole, and then threw an absolute duck. Another time, it ended where he scrambled again and threw it to nobody. So I don't really know what he's looking at or where he's looking whenever he's throwing these balls in the red zone. He was just not good today. I don't know if he didn't take his Adderall or whatever, but he was just.
Did he get his warm up in?
I don't know, man. It's just. I mean, that's on him. Like it was squarely on him in the red zone because they kept putting the ball in his hands, and we kept blowing it. So Dak needs to really, really, really go back and watch some game film on himself.
How many rushing attempts did they have?
Oh, I
Do
don't
you know?
Pollard had 122 yards. I know that.
Because they got down early, and I think that was the problem.
They still ran the ball pretty well. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
cashing in. Trade.
I'll find it for you.
You miss that 4th down. You throw an interception. You kick field goals. You only come out with 1 touchdown out of 5. No, you need 3 touchdowns right there, and you win the good game. You
33,
get 2 more
33
touchdowns.
rushing attempts.
So, question: after trading for Trey Lance, and then after playing Dobbs, who was also traded, did you trade for the wrong guy? Should you have gotten Dobbs for cheaper and let Trey go to Arizona?
Maybe.
Dobbs is showing out right now. I mean, this was my game on Wednesday was the Arizona Cowboys game because, you know, I saw where Arizona has been right there. They could easily be 3-0. Excuse me. And easily could be 3-0 right now. But let one slip away, let the Giants come back from 28 up on them. I mean, and then Washington. So, and then obviously we're better than the Giants. You know, so it's just a welcome to Sunday in the NFL. where it's any given Sunday. You know,
What Dobbs is doing right now is he's playing himself a few more years of football.
Oh yeah,
oh, absolutely.
He just
as
balling
a
out,
backup
dude.
somewhere.
Come to Dallas.
I love it.
We'll have a quarterback
I love
opening
it.
next year.
Build a statue. It says it right there in the ticker.
And what did I tell you, idiots,
Dude.
on Wednesday? You better throw James Conner in a lineup, and I don't care who they're playing. He's going to get points.
I was just about to say that because I was looking at the line, 14 for 98 and a touchdown. I don't know how many catches he had, but I know he caught a few passes too.
I looked at one point, and he had 7.
And that's another thing.
For 70.
The defense gave up way too many big plays.
Oh
you know?
my gosh. Yeah, I mean that wasn't the problem. You can't go to the red zone 5 times and come away with like.
Well, it was just everything collectively that
With
just
only one touchdown.
all happened in one game. So hopefully it all just happened in this game. They get it fixed, get their minds back right. You know,
don't you play the Niners next week?
Get back on
New England.
Winning
2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's actually on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stream it on my phone while we're doing this. But I'm not gonna ask you where the panic button is.
I'll be sure to let you know the place.
Yeah, you will. We're not gonna do the panic beater.
Panic button. What do you mean?
I just want to do a temperature check. Let's get out a big thermometer. Where's the temperature check?
What are you worried about? What are you asking?
What are you worried
What's the
about?
temperature check? You're both sitting there with your heads in your hands and your faces and going, ugh. Come on, dude. What's the temperature check? Give me where are you at? Where's the thermostat on the Cowboys? Is it hot? Is everybody on the hot seat or is everybody ice cold? I don't know.
I mean, McCarthy's
it's
on
your
the
thermometer.
Hot seat.
It be whatever
It's on his plate this year. So both him and Dak. I mean, this is their year to get it figured out.
You're really overreacting.
Are you really worried that the floodgates are now open that Dak's thrown his first interception?
Ooh.
No, I mean, name one quarterback that's went through the whole season without throwing an interception. Name one.
I was supposed to know that.
That was never the argument.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know he doesn't throw them on the goal lines right there. The worst possible time.
All
right, the Vikings
played that many years that hasn't thrown one. It wasn't good at all, but it happens.
That's not a thermometer of the temperature check. You're deflecting. Hey, Vikings 0-3, still not out of the division though. So, sorry, Dylon. Kirk with a late pick. That was funny. Okay, let's get into the DFS and the DraftKings. What do we say? Let's do it. We have some music lined up. Hit our theme music. Let's go. Hey, we had our first ever Muck the Stalls listener contest where we opened up for $1 and we competed against listeners and other people from Twitter and Instagram or whatever. And the top 5, OTA top Troy with 195.68, King A with 181.78, me with 171 or 179.74 in third, Butch P in fourth with 179.68 in your face. And then JAP Bartlett, 179.08. So that's your top. Who wrote that second part in there?
Me.
Oh, okay. And it was actually.
If we're gonna give you credit, we're also gonna roast you.
Yes.
Who were those guys that called us out on Twitter that said that they have the best fantasy DFS players in Europe, and they invite us to play? And theirs. Who were they?
That was the Fields of Fantasy podcast from the UK.
The Fields of Fantasy podcast tried to call us out, so we invited them into our tournament, and they proceeded to only score 76 points on a full Sunday slate.
Yes.
Respectively.
with all due respect. Now, I think this was good for the world and for us, for all of us to get together and play DraftKings. I mean, especially with the Ryder Cup coming up.
Is USA back?
Did we just defend the turf?
Are we more back than Texas?
Have you won anything?
Yeah.
I got third. I mean, in Texas's eyes, that's back. But hey, appreciate the Fields of Fantasy. That was a lot of fun. That sparked a good one. Okay, so maybe Tex and J-Vi can get up there on the leaderboard eventually.
Yeah, I played the wrong lineup in that one. I got smoked. It was bad.
course.
I was down there with Fields of Fantasy.
That's how you knew they were there.
That's how I knew they were there.
Hey, we had 20 people this time. Let's double it next week. Let's go. We'll put it in our Twitter.
Well, that was 20 from like 10 o'clock today.
Yeah. Well, we put that thing out this morning. We appreciate all the support from Patriot Sports Radio and the Wake and Rake crew. They were firing on all cylinders. Thursday night football quickly. San Francisco wins 30-12. Dominant. Over-under was 44. Did not hit. San Francisco favored by 10.5. Yes, it did. I gave you Debo, and Debo delivered. The optimal captain. I told you, Debo Samuel, when I ukes out, that's the guy you want to play. Don't test me. And Ronnie Bell. J-Vi. How dare you?
I was going to say, you said Ronnie Bell, and you also said Warner, who had 0 points, but we won't talk about that.
Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Meatloaf.
Hey, I originally had Kittle. Tex tried to steal my stuff, and then I changed it up on him, so he read the wrong thing, which was hilarious. But I threw out Danny Dimes. I did throw out Danny Dimes before I knew that he was 1-11 in prime time. But I thought, being an athletic quarterback and the Niners having trouble with that he would have sliced and diced. But he had 4 points, so Ice Cube.
Yeah. Hey, Dylon gave you the 49ers D. 8 points from them. Tex and Butch P gave you Kittle. Whoever wants to review that.
Don't know.
Go ahead, Butch.
He was pretty solid, right? I forget what he had. I don't
16
have it pulled
points.
up. Yeah, so he was pretty solid. Debo was your play, though. He was a good flex, Kittle. But he's due, so keep Kittle on your minds.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So that was Thursday. I'm trying to look back.
Yeah, I was cashing all the way up until Debo scored that late touchdown. That one.
Yeah, that
one knocked me out of cashing.
This is what I finished in the top 2,000 of the $3.20 max. I was 6 points off the lead. That one hurt. That one hurt bad. I think it was like I don't know how many way tie for first, but Debo was the optimal. Where I messed up was Wan'Dale Robinson. He had a pretty decent game, but that was the difference. Anyways, almost had it. I was right there. Okay. Anything else anyone want to talk about their lineup from Thursday? Winning score was 125.55. I had 118.85 right there. Put Brock in the captain spot. Okay. Now, from today, games we liked, the mainscaping Sunday slate. We had the one game with the 50 over-under, the Chargers and the Vikings. And I said, look at this game right here, the one you're going to want to play. Do what? Dude, if I knew where the cricket was, I would take care of it. I have no idea where it's at.
Hang on. I just want to describe to me how you would take care of it.
I would stomp it out.
Okay.
I would get it.
What if it was above your head? Would you
I'd
take
probably
your shoe off?
Stomp it out.
I stomp it out, dude. I got good hamstring length. I'll tell you this right now. Here's what I would do.
Go Bruce Lee on it. You just go straight up, split up in the air.
I'm thinking about just throwing like water bottles over there to see if I can get it to move. It sounds like it's on my right side, but I got good awareness like every time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like Cade Klubnik. He's not going to blindside me out of nowhere. I gave you The game we like from today, I gave you Miami hosting Denver. Now,
Holy moly.
I am taking absolute credit for that because the two running backs from Miami. By the way, I said it was a legacy game for Russ. Could not have been more. I mean, he actually didn't play that bad, but
It was.
anyways.
That game is in the record books.
Yeah, it was. He cemented his legacy.
Spin zone.
Oh, so anyways, the running backs ran wild. Tyreek Hill ran wild. Who didn't run wild was Smythe or Smith or whatever his name is. He was a bad play.
Yeah,
So
what a great play there.
yeah, but I mean, 70 points and the guy has 2. Are you kidding me? From what we're talking about is these games for DraftKings. So anyways, that was the game I gave. I did not play any of the running backs from that game. I did play Tyreek Hill. So, J-Bye.
So I originally gave you Minnesota and the Chargers. I thought it was going to be a little bit more high scoring. The numbers did get up there in the second half, but I thought it was going to kind of be like that the whole game. But since AK didn't want me to use that game, I gave you the secondary game of Jacksonville and Atlanta. Wait, no, they didn't play each other, did they?
No.
Jacksonville and Houston.
Jacksonville and Houston.
Yeah, Jacksonville and Houston. In that game, Jacksonville's in trouble.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's in big trouble.
They don't know who they are, and now they're going overseas to play 2 games in a row. They play Atlanta this week, is why
There
I
you
brought
go.
that. Because they play Atlanta in London, and then they play the Bills in London. So they got to figure out who they are. But honorable mention, I told y'all boys this late the other night after looking more in detail at who was playing who. I had the Panthers Seahawks. In that game,
Ooh.
I made that my Milly lineup, and that one cashed me because I played Andy Dalton, which allowed me to play some other high-priced guys.
Did you put him with Thielen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did too.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I had a lot of Thielen. I was on Thielen.
Was it more than a Thielen?
Yes.
I'm hooked on a Thielen. Isn't that the song?
Yeah. I want to hear what Tex has to say about his game. He says.
My game was the Washington and Buffalo game. And I said, it's a trap game for the Bills. Don't believe the hype. Buffalo -6. Terrible, terrible, terrible line. 44.5. Over-under is way too high. And, it was too high because they only scored 40 points.
Wait, how many?
I was right.
Did they only
Over-under was 44.5.
30? Yeah, 40. You're right. You were right on the money. The Bills couldn't cover.
Hey, you know what? They didn't cover.
I mean, the Bills couldn't.
Hey.
Wow. Bills couldn't even get it at 44.5.
Everybody
Are you kidding
knows
me?
Overs only. Overs only. Okay. Couldn't do it.
Did they play on a Thursday night?
No.
They
It's
let
just a
James
prime
Cook
time
score.
game. Oh my gosh.
No.
Don't bring that back up. You were right, Tex. They didn't hit the over-under. That's
I know. I told you.
shameful. Unbelievable.
I told you. Trap game. I told you. Trap game.
Hey, there's a celebration going on back there. Did Jimmy G throw a pick? Jimmy G threw a pick.
Yeah.
All right, they blocked it.
What are
Oh,
you talking about?
I don't know. Okay.
All right, Butch, you want to talk about your game?
Yeah, Butch P, give us your game.
Nope. I've already talked about it.
No. Tell us what happened. What was the score? Butch gave you Arizona and Dallas. Dallas was favored by 12. I don't know if everybody knows that.
They didn't cover.
Let me do a quick
They did not
check
cover.
of the score here. 28-16 Arizona. Wait, that's weird.
Arizona by 12.
Thoughts? Reverse cover. It's like one of those jackets you could turn inside out. Okay. All right, that's the games we liked. I mean, a lot of points in those games that we liked. So that was good. Just didn't play the right guys. Okay. Any other games that stuck out? The Atlanta-Detroit game, Desmond Ridder threw the ball way too many times in that game for Atlanta to win. I think he threw it like 38 times.
What happened
I don't know
to
if y'all-
Bijan? I looked at like the third quarter. He only had like 5 carries.
They bottled him up.
Mm.
I mean,
I didn't know if they were playing Algier.
No, I mean, Bijan had, I can't remember what he had 10 rushes for 33 yards. On the other side, Jahmyr Gibbs went for 80. Kyle Pitts was the leading receiver for Atlanta. That's how you know you're in trouble. Sam Laporta, though, the Laporta potty, taking dumps all over the Falcons.
What happened to Reynolds today? Did he not play?
I don't know. He had 0 points. I know that.
I know.
All right. Houston, Jacksonville. C.J. Stroud's warm-up has taken over Dak Prescott's warm-up. He was out there doing a full-on dude-perfect warm-up. He had the golf club, orange ball. He had basketballs out there, soccer balls. I'm like, is this just like a hey dude or a dude perfect warm-up? But he actually looks pretty good. So we got something later for Hang the Banners. But yeah, Jacksonville in trouble, like J-Bot said. Anything else on that? Other than we'll talk about the receivers here in a minute. But yeah, Houston, I mean, that thing's wide open. Indianapolis, Baltimore, Lamar can't be losing to the Colts at home with Gardner Minshew.
Is Tucker losing it?
Dude, he got out. Hey, Matt Gay took the torch right out of his hand. Matt Gay had 4 50-yard field goals or more. I mean,
the Zach Moss doesn't look bad back there.
No. Zach Moss looks pretty good. I mean, Gardner Minshew
Jonathan
winning.
Taylor, who?
Exactly. This is not boding well for Jonathan Taylor. Anything on
that?
that?
Not voting well for the running backs that want to get paid a lot of money.
That's right. Get cut from one team, go earn. They'll sign you to an entry deal and then or a league minimum, and then you'll be on to the next.
Well,
so, yeah.
I thought. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that Indy had a chance in this game because Minshew was playing, and he's just like Andy Dalton. Those guys are just letting it fly because they got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but yeah, Indianapolis beats them. Indianapolis is 2-1.
I mean, but Andy Dalton, whenever I don't know how much of the game you watched, but he was throwing stuff, and every now and again, his receivers would just bounce off their chest. So it wasn't all Andy Dalton that was a problem in that game.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Green Bay. Green Bay wins this game. I think 18-17. They're 2-1.
They came back. They
Carr
were 17
got
down.
hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Carr.
New Orleans missed a field goal with a minute left.
Yep.
Like a 46-yarder.
Our guy. Punt return touchdown. Let's go. But yeah, Jameis drove them right down the field. They had a chance to win. So Green Bay, they're still convincing people they're back. I think they played Detroit Thursday. New England and New York Jets. I didn't even – the only thing I know is that Pharaoh Brown, who was like a second or third tight end, had like 18 points in DFS DraftKings.
I'm seeing that the Vikings might be, tanking the rest of the year since they're 0-3. They're going to trade Cousins to the Jets, and they're going to try to get Caleb Williams so they can keep JJ.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the Bengals are in that camp too. They're trying to tank because they might put Joe Burrow on short-term IR. Rams are going to beat him tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I didn't watch any of the New England Jets game. Anybody? I didn't.
It's like
I played
16-15, wasn't it?
I played the
Yeah.
Jets D because I just thought it was going to be a sloppy, boring game, and they only got 4 points. So I should have played the Bills D.
I know that.
At the same price.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh.
And then Chicago and Kansas City. This was an absolute massacre. Butch P was right. He said running backs, and dude, all of them went off. Even Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We'll get to that in a minute.
Mahomes hurt.
Oh, did he get hurt?
Rolled his
Yeah.
ankle.
Rolled his ankle.
Oh, no. Justin Fields got blown up too on one play. The Bears,
he did.
So
He did.
They are so bad.
He got his head packed in. He basically got pile drive right into the ground.
What was it, Willie Gay or whatever it was, the linebacker, like was punching for the ball, but completely missed and hit Justin Fields like right in the visor. So
I was thinking about another play where he tried to jump and make some extra yards and got hit, and his head just like was the first thing to hit the ground. Full speed.
And also from Kelsey caught a touchdown. But I'm about Kelsey'd out here.
Me too.
I've had enough.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. I have had enough of the Kelseys with their commercials and their this and their that. And
like I said in the beginning, they kept on cutting to Taylor Swift up in the box, and it's like, oh yeah, she's there at the game. And I don't know who would be more annoying, her or Brittany Mahomes.
Oh, that's what they should do. They should have put them beside each other.
Reality TV.
I bet you, there's no way they're going to let that happen. Well, the Kelseys are going to do a spinoff, like Kelsey's significant others follow us around as we go to games and chest bump each other and drop F-bombs when children are watching the game.
They should get Taylor Swift, Mahomes, and the Hunt girl all together and sit them in the box seat.
That'd be really weird.
Great.
Put a separate camera like the Manning cast. You could do a separate broadcast.
I think that'd be so bad for anybody who was sitting beside Taylor Swift because there'd be no way that you could win.
Dude,
just think about that, like having to deal with the Swifties. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Dude.
Oh, if anything went wrong, they would be all over you.
Oh yeah, it'd be terrible.
All over you. Tennessee and Cleveland.
I'm actually worried about myself now that I said something about it.
Good thing you're off the grid.
Gonna hashtag Taylor Swift.
Hey, come on the show.
Come on the show. Yep.
Come on the show.
If you're watching, come on the show.
Tennessee, Cleveland, bro, guys, did you see Cleveland won going away? Tennessee's terrible. I don't know what they're doing, Derek here. I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, that's not what you want to talk about in this game. Deshaun Watson. Did you see what he did?
No. He threw it backwards.
He's getting sacked and just inexplicably caught somebody out of the back of his eye and threw it backward toward his own goalpost like we're out there playing rugby. I mean, it was hysterical, just unannounced. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. Amari Cooper had a good game, though.
They
played him.
I was almost mad at you guys for convincing me to take Pittman out because of the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I put in our Monty Cooper.
Nice.
It was a good trade-off.
In your face, dude.
Yeah.
See, if you guys would have done that with me whenever I played Chubb in every lineup, but you just let me.
Yeah. Did you see
the Wolves?
The Browns could get out of Watson's deal.
Oh, I didn't read it, but I saw a headline that said that.
Yeah, if he gets suspended by the league for performance or by play for violating on-field playing rules,
by throwing such a horrific pass that it hurt my eyes to watch it,
then they can get out of his guaranteed deal.
Put a disclaimer up that says when you're watching this quarterback, he's going to make just atrocious throws that should never happen in a football game. There you go. Carolina, Seattle. Carolina was fighting, and then Seattle pulled away late. Kenneth Walker had a big game, but McCown, stop chewing your. Dude, we had a gum off. I mean, you cut to Pete Carroll, he's chomping his gum. You cut to what's his name, McCown, he's chomping his gum. I'm convinced they were standing across the field from each other, chomping at each other. So. And Seahawks defense is on the list. Idiots. How could you let that happen? You're about to find out why. Here's the guys we liked.
Well, hang on. Wait a minute. At the end of that game, Charbonnet truck sticked, number 42 from the Panthers, about 6 rows deep. I mean, just put him in the freaking
NFL blitz style?
Oh, dude, NFL blitz style. Put him in the bleachers. Like it was
Woo.
absolutely old school. Put him in the bleachers. Dude went tumbling back, feet over his head, didn't know what to do.
Love to see it.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was very old school.
Nothing like it.
23-7
No flag?
Pittsburgh.
No flag?
No flag.
Oh, nice. Even better. Okay, here's the guys we like. Or we liked for the Sunday slate of emergency week 3. I gave you the quarterbacks. Here's who I gave you. I said you play Kirk Cousins, absolute fire flames, one of the top QBs on the list. He'll be in our list later. And then I told you to play Sam Howell. Whoops. The streak is over. Sam Howell, 4.6 points.
4 points as the quarterback's not good.
Dude, that was before I knew it was raining. That's what it was. I'm going to blame it on the weather. J-Vi.
So, I once again hit you with a new guy that we've been playing, Tank Dell, and he hit 28.5 points. He should have had another touchdown, too. He only had the one. He should have had
tackled
2.
on the 1 yard line.
Yeah. I also gave you Nelson Aguilar, who only got 7 points and was terrible, but I didn't also know that it was going to rain that game. And Lamar is just Lamar at quarterback, so that was just a mistake on my part. But I also gave you another little one of our secrets, Rashid.
Yes.
Shaheem. He didn't do much wide receiver, but he had a punt return. So the fact that you could get him and just get extra points because he's getting touches all over the field every way possible, got to keep an eye on him.
Yes, we love Rashid Shaheed on this podcast, and we have ever since we started. Tex, please explain to yourself, explain to the people, the American public listening to this.
I said to play the Bills. I said, play the Bills. That's one of my
defense.
Picks. Yeah, the defense. Play the Bills. 32 points. You're welcome.
You're not reading the rest of the list. I'm seeing 3 other defenses that you gave in-depth analysis on.
Washington, Seattle, Dallas.
Yep.
Total of 5 points.
Rashid Shaheed outscored your 3 defenses.
But I said play the Bills. And these other defenses would also be good to look at. But the Bills are the choice.
We're going to have to check the tape on that one.
Multiple choice. Go with A.
Butch P. Go off, King.
Hey.
He gave you running backs.
Good job, Butch.
Dude.
Good job.
Running backs, man. I said Pacheco, but it came up with that hamstring, ended up being able to play, still dropped you 15 points, 15.8. And then McKinnon, I said to pivot off of Pacheco, go with anybody from the KC against the Bears because they sook. And that's from Justin Sue from golf way back. But Jerick McKinnon.
Everybody's going to get that.
Yeah. The SUHK.
Yes.
Jerick McKinnon came out and dropped 17.8. And then Edwards Hilaire had 12.7. So they weren't the best running backs, but they got you double digits. That would have helped you cash because
Miami tripled there.
Miami, if you just double down on, which you would never do this in a lineup, is playing double running backs and Tyreek from the same game, but you also don't have 70 points scored each week. But that Mostert and how do you say this guy's last name? Achane. Yeah, that guy. I mean, geez, that's 100 points right there between the Miami running backs.
They both had 4 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
Dude. And then
it's the first time ever. Shout out Sean Payton.
Shout out.
Kenneth Walker right there, played Mostert, did not play Moss. Ford right there, he's coming on strong for Cleveland.
Yeah, he is.
And
And then Dylon gave you the tight ends. 19.9 from Kelsey because he was impressing his girlfriend. And then Jake Ferguson, not decent, not fire, not ice, just right there in the Goldilocks. That's why I put it in. That's why I put it in gold. I could
Goldilocks.
And a loss to the Cardinals. Scumbags. I'm going to read off the quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence. Nope. Dak. Scumbag. Justin Fields. Scumbag. This was really weird to see. It was spread out all over the place. There was – who was at the top? Kirk Cousins was the most owned at like 25, and then it was like 8% and below for every other quarterback. So, anyways.
Well, I just can't understand how Fields had 11% ownership.
No, he had 3%.
Oh.
He had 11 points.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Running backs, Josh Kelly, scumbag, never again, ever again. Bijan, yeah. Gibbs, yeah. Now, these guys are all higher owned. We try to pick the ones that are like 10% and above who don't perform. Wide receivers, Nico Collins, 5 points. CeeDee Lamb, 10 points. Ridley was off today. He was dropping balls all over the place. Josh Reynolds, 0 points. Drake London, 5 points. Tight ends was Smythe. He was one of the higher owned. Henry, he was one of the higher owned. Hunter Henry, 3.7. The other guy went off. Ertz, 2.6 points, 8%. Defense. This looks like Texas.
Hang on, wait. Let's go back to CD real quick. So CD, I was watching the game. Just absolutely gave up on a play. Gave up. He was flopping, doing LeBron James flop on trying to get a pass interference call and could have caught a touchdown. If he'd just made an effort and gone for the ball, but instead he threw his hands up and was like going back, like reeling backwards when the guy just touched him. All he do is go up and try and get the ball. It bounced off the defender's helmet. He wasn't even looking at him. The CD looked back, had one hand up, and then the guy put his hand on his chest, and he just flopped. It was horrible. So it wasn't all Dak, but it was a lot Dak. CD gave up a touchdown right there.
Cowboys fans still reeling. Hey, this is Scumbags list, not your defense you gave out. Washington, Dallas, Seattle, all less than 3 points. Jacksonville with negative points. Who wants to run through the studs real quick? J-Bye.
Oh, I thought you said Bush. He broke up. So quarterback stud wise from the game that I called, Herbert. He led the way, 32 points. Lamar got you 32 because he had 2 rushing touchdowns. Tua, Kurt, also from the game that I called, and my boy, who I told the guys in the Milly groups, Andy Dalton, 26 points. Stud bag.
You said on Wednesday that you were talking yourself into loving Dalton.
Yeah,
and you were like, this dude, the red rifle. It's got me in the feels right now.
You
called that game.
You did, but we're giving you credit.
But then
I'm saying you called it. You called it early.
You called it. The Bills just didn't cover. No big deal.
They didn't cover.
Running back stud bags. You might as well just treat the Miami Dolphins like they're Navy shipmen back in the day and play both running backs every time. And then this was my bring back for the Panthers game.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Walker the third.
Bring it
played
back.
Him.
Let's go.
Moss had 25, and my boy Connors. I told you, Butch, better play him in a lineup.
Told you, Butch.
You did. Hey, Butch. He told you.
Like you said, Ford from Cleveland, stud bag running back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wide receivers from the game that I called, Keenan Allen, 48 points.
Mm-hmm.
I played the wrong one. I played Mike Williams, so
he had a good day. He's on this list.
Oh,
yeah,
he's good.
He did have 28 points, but he didn't have 48. So
true.
He still gets that smoke. Thielen, that's who I paired Dalton with. He had 34 points. Tyreek, you can count Tyreek for 25 to 30 points every week, it feels like. JJ too. That's why they're always priced so high. Tank, my boy Tank, who I told you to play. Armani. Armari. I don't like calling him Armani.
I think
Wow,
you did
dude.
that earlier too.
Yeah.
And then Butch's guy Mims, who he told me to play
Mims.
week 1.
He had 19 or 16 or something.
Yeah.
Laporta was the big play, though.
We missed him on week 1, but he came back these past 2 weeks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Laporta for Detroit, he had a good game. He's been hot. They've been looking at him too a lot. I mean, all 3 games, he's gotten a lot of targets.
I mean, Hawkinson was a beast in Detroit with Goff.
Yeah.
I mean, just insert talented tight end rookie.
Kelsey did what he does. Farrow had 15 points. Hawkinson had 14. He just got a couple throws at halftime. I flipped to that game. He had like three catches right then and there. So he got some garbage points. And then Parham killed me because I played Kelly. I thought they were going to run it in with Kelly, but they hit Parham with 2 like 1-yard touchdown and 3-yard touchdown.
Yep.
So that's kind of, I mean, that's all he had. I mean, the catch with the 6 points. Best defense in the league, the Bills had 32 points. At one point, it was the 2 Dolphins running backs, Keenan Allen, and the Bills were the highest scores.
Not.
Detroit got you points with 16, Houston 13, Cleveland 12, KC 11. So if you're getting more than 10 with a defense, it's a good day.
Hey.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Has KC played anybody?
No.
Paul? They ain't played nobody, Paul.
They ain't played. Well, they played the Lions.
They ain't played nobody, Paul.
No.
Then they played the Jags, who stink, apparently.
They ain't played nobody,
So all of
Paul.
a sudden.
Like the Niners.
Niners haven't
What?
played anybody, Paul.
I mean, line them up. What do you want us to do? We're 3-0. The only person on this podcast whose team is 3-0.
I'm gonna call Paul Feinbaum and ask him about if the Niners have played anybody.
Who did we play week 1? I don't even remember. Oh, the Steelers destroyed them.
Played nobody, Paul.
Yeah. And we played the Rams, destroyed
played
them.
nobody,
And we
Paul.
played the Giants, destroyed them. So
played
30
nobody, Paul.
points every game.
Yep.
Okay, here's
Played
our
nobody,
main
Paul.
slate lineups. How do we do? I mean, I cashed. I did 3 maxes. I did a 3 max. I cashed two of those actually out of the 3. And then the Seattle defense kept me from going 3 for 3. I missed the Milly by like 3 points, making the cash line, not the actual Milly, because of the Seattle defense. So that's terrible. So not bad. J-Vi, do you have a?
Yeah,
I
I thought I was just doing terrible most of the day. My guys that I picked in the early slate, I just couldn't match all of them up in one lineup. So I had like a few lineups that had guys with 40 points, as a single person, and then everybody else is Ice Cube. So that was my biggest problem. But the Panthers game I did call, and you forget second half late in those games is when a lot of points happen. So I wasn't thinking. I stopped watching everything. And then I saw somebody in the group message say something about Thielen, so I checked my lineup. So I ended up cashing on that. So I kind of evened my money out this week. I think I won like $3 total, but from all that I bet, I just kind of evened it out.
Butch, how'd you do this week?
Pretty solid. After that Thielen touchdown, that jumped me a lot of my lineups because I played a lot of Thielen. So and Kenneth Walker. So that
I like
game
Kenneth
right there.
Walker.
So the afternoon, like J-Vice. I mean, I was out of the money about every one and cashed majority of them. So
Tex, how'd you do?
Not so hot.
So he scored
104. Scored. I broke 100.
All right. Yeah, broke the century mark. That's what it's all about. We've got to roast each other's lineups here. I don't know what y'all are going to say about mine, but I wrote some notes in here. Butch P, what in God's great gullet are you doing playing Mike Gesicki in the Washington defense?
Dude, that Pharaoh Brown got his points. That's exactly what I was looking for. Was like that 15 points, and then they go to the third tight end that they have. I was like, what?
I was thinking the same thing.
Of course, that's going to happen.
That's
I
DraftKings,
was
dude.
thinking the same thing. I was like, Gesicki's going to be the guy this week.
Yeah,
He's gonna
because
be the guy.
everybody's on. I figured everybody was on Hunter Henry, and they both been getting like the same amount of targets and same amount of catches and receptions. As just Hunter Henry's been getting the touchdowns. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna snag a cheap 2,900 guy, get 15 points.
Yep. I was feeling the same.
And drop deuces on me.
Yeah, Tex, that's what you did. You thought Gesicki, and then you played Matt Collins.
I mean,
same thing.
Give us your reasoning.
Well, I was thinking that Ritter was going to not
okay, there you go. That's it.
be good, not be absolute hot garbage in this game. I was like, okay, they're playing Detroit. He might actually do something for me here this week, but nope. I was gonna. He was a 3,500 play, but I was not expecting to have absolute ice cubes out of that guy.
J-Bye.
Yeah.
What are you doing not cracking 100 points?
Like I said, man, I had lineups that like I had guys that hit and I had guys that didn't. That lineup, I had Josh Allen, Diggs, and Tank Dell all almost have 30 points apiece. But I also had B. Robinson and B. Robinson Jr., 10 and 7, nothing. My boy Reynolds didn't have any points, and I played the Jaguars D that had minus 4 points. So they took me out of the 100. They took me out of the 100. The Jaguars D with minus 4 points.
I took none of my own advice. I played none of the teams I've said play. But I played the Jags D, got -4.
This man's been sitting up here saying, I called it. And then he puts together a lineup that doesn't even score 100 points. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to lie. I like the Jags defense, too.
Hey, I beat those guys from across the pond, though. They only got 70 points.
I thought for sure they were going to do something. Sure they're going to get some.
All right. Anybody got anything on mine?
So why did you sit here and tell me last week that the Miami versus Denver game was going to be a complete shootout and it was a legacy game for Russ, but you played the running back, Williams, for 4 points?
No, he got 8.5 points.
He was an ice cube.
The Miami run defense is terrible. It's just you can't run the ball whenever you're down by 45 after the first half.
But it's a legacy game for Russ. He's going to come out and throw it regardless.
I did have a lineup in my best one. Russ was the quarterback. He had 18 points. So, but I don't know. I was right.
You played the only person on the Miami team that didn't score a touchdown.
Wait, I did?
Smythe.
Oh, God. How do you have 70 points and you have a guy from that offense?
0. Nothing.
How do I pick the one guy who
50
doesn't score a
yards.
touchdown out of the 70 points?
He got one
because they were up by 35 in the first quarter. They took him out.
Unbelievable. All right.
And you played the Seahawks D.
And I hate the Seahawks, but I was
that's who you suggested as a defense to play.
Dude, I was taking your advice. You're supposed to be the defensive guru, Wink Martindale, Vic Fangio.
He also told you the Bills.
I did.
He did tell me that.
I was right.
All right. So that's our lineups. So that's where we went wrong. Because we go wrong a lot. The Milly Maker winner, this was a split, so we had 562K.
Dude, I just looked at that. It's the same dude. He played his lineup twice.
You sandbagging son of a gun. Save some for the rest of us.
Wow.
He's walking on our graves over here.
Dude, yeah. So I scrolled up and I was like, man, that is so odd. I started thinking about it. I was like, that's so odd that somebody had the exact same lineup or the exact same points. Yeah. The dude finished tied for first with both two lineups are the same. Third, so he actually has the top 3 lineups. Fifth.
Jeez. Have a day, pal.
and probably so on and so forth. But yeah,
It's probably the same lineup. He just changed like one thing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And still had somebody hit whoever he changed.
Yeah.
I just can't believe he had Goff as quarterback.
Dude, I play that hell. Golf. Don't sleep on him.
3% ownership.
Well, he had a Russian touchdown that really catapulted.
Yes.
Yeah, got him that 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he
think
he's
if you put Dalton right there, geez, you could have beat him.
yeah.
Leaving money on the table.
Idiot. What is this guy doing? What a moron.
Yeah, so his lineup that got third, he changed the tight end to Schultz and then changed the quarterback to Tua. That was the only thing he changed.
Interesting. All right, so he had Goff, Kenneth Walker, Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Tank Dell, Sam Laporta, Adam Thielen, Bills. So what did he do here? He went, give me all. I didn't play any Vikings with Keenan. He didn't play any Falcons with Laporta. He just kind of went one-offs with his. Yeah, that's weird.
Hey.
He stacked his tight end and his quarterback. Interesting.
Which was the right stack for that game for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
kudos. Congrats on your 1.7 million, apparently, because your name's all over the top of the leaderboard. All right. Anything else from that, Millie? No.
We're coming for you.
Hey, we're close. We're close. This won't be here forever. Maybe it will. 65 episodes since we won a million. Monday Night Football double header. Tampa Bay hosts Philadelphia. 45 is the over-under. Philadelphia favored by 5. And then Cincinnati, possibly without Joe Burrow, hosting the Rams. 44 over-under. Cincinnati favored by 2, which has come down from 2.5. So that tells us that Burrow probably
Who is the Bengals backup? Because Will Greer just went to the Patriots.
I know they signed A.J. McCarron, former Battlehawk.
Browning.
Jake Browning from Washington.
Yeah.
Trying
to look at who else.
So while Texas figuring that out, we're going to give quick.
Didn't Browning start at Georgia?
He was at Georgia.
No, he was. Then he went to Washington.
And he went to Washington. He started off there. Browning.
He lit it up at Washington too.
Ripien.
Here's our. Ripien from Boise State.
Boise State.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Primetime Band Dime Hot Guys for Monday. I'll go first. Mike Evans.
Signed to their 53-man roster Thursday.
First game, I'm giving you Mike Evans because why not? Because that dude, all he does is have 1,000-yard seasons. Second one, Tutu Atwell, baby. I've been a Tutu stan for a while. So there you go. J-Bye.
Well, with Philly, I think after the first 2 games, and he's a diva and he's going to get his way, I'm going to go with our boy A.B., A.J. Brown.
Hey, that's
captain, 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
Second game, I just think if Joe Burrow's not playing, I think the Rams could run away with this one. And so I'm going to Kyrie Williams running back. Rams.
Tex.
For the first game, Tampa Bay Philly, I've got Mayfield captain. And then second game, I've got Skowronek.
Ben Skowronek.
Yep, they got receivers out. Cooper Kupp is out. And what's that dude? How you pronounce his name? Nakua? Nakua. I know. But he's on IR. He's on IR.
Puka Nakua is on IR?
Puka
No.
Nakua is questionable because he's got a
Get your injury report here, folks. He's on IR. Questionably.
Nakua is questionable. They expect him to play. However, he might be a decoy. He's a decoy. Skowronek, play him.
There you go. Butch.
All right. For the second one, I'm going to go with Nakua. That's my captain.
Here, read us off the injury report again.
Questionable.
And then for that Philly, I also like the AB, but I will pivot off of that and I will go with Goddard.
Ooh, yeah, like that. Okay, let's get into let's hang some banners. Get our theme music.
We don't have a theme music hang banners.
That works.
Noise in the background is
Dude.
No.
I don't know what's that. Wish I could buy that damn thing. This segment was brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOAT. Spend $60. Get free shipping and 10% off your order at checkout. Really Neat Outfitters are passion family, salty air, and smiles. Coast Flare, Carolina roots make our designs as original as every lineup we make in DraftKings. This is where that shirt's from. And we got more coming out. All right, quickly through the college football. Rutgers lost to the model. I don't think we need to go through all these, do we?
No.
No.
No. Here's what we do need to talk. Let's just summarize it this way. We're gonna have to change our playoff picture significantly.
Yeah, we had a few hits this weekend.
Yep. Clemson, or I mean not Clemson, but Colorado loses, Notre Dame loses, Rutgers loses. So 3 spots are wide open. It's gonna be interesting to see who makes. Syracuse wins. They're still in there. I think Duke moves up. Correct?
Yeah, Duke's top 4.
Duke's in there. I mean, nothing really from. It's a great game or a great weekend, but a lot of more.
Notre Dame screwed. They're setting up next week. Duke, Notre Dame, and Notre Dame blew it.
So phenomenal.
Maryland won.
Maryland won, so that was good. They might make their way up there. Oregon State lost. Colorado got killed. They have a USC. So, anyways, let's hang some banners.
USC struggled early, though. I watched
they
the
did.
first half of that game.
Arizona State
struggling early against Arizona State, who is not great. They got a coach 3 coaches who have never coached together before, still feeling each other out. Struggled early. Eventually pulled away just because Caleb Williams is a beast.
Yeah, he's good.
I finally got to see him play, and he is good.
Yes. Hang the banner. I'm going to go first, if that's okay. I want to hang the banner for fullback Andrew Beck of the Houston Texans for taking a kickoff. Literally took it from the return man, backed up like 5 yards. Fullback for the Texans, and took it 85 yards to the crib.
I love that.
Down the sideline, dude. He went all the way across the field, cut it up down the sideline, and outran everybody. A fullback. So let me hang the banner for that guy. J-Vi.
My hang the banner this week goes out to myself, a little humble brag, because nobody does 2 a.m. lineups feeding a newborn baby that cash better than me.
Crunch time.
Shout out me.
All right, Tex, hang a banner.
I'm hanging the banner for Arizona for not tanking the whole year. I thought for sure with them putting quarterbacks on IR, trading everybody away, cutting quarterbacks, that they were just packing it in for the year, and their defense is better than advertised, and their offense is playing out of this world for what probably everybody expected.
Cowboys can't let it go. They're going to try to play the nice card. All right, Butch P.
All right. Going out to the Oregon Ducks, hanging the banner, going for it on your own 17 or 19-yard line.
Oh, with
fake punt.
Yes, with the rugby, the lacrosse dude, 300-pound lineman.
Yes, the lineman, fake punt down. Dude, he was moving too. So hang the
He
banner.
Was. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Scary. Really.
Right.
Love to see big dude move like that. Shout out William and Mary too, 4-0.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe they could
cramming it
top
down
five.
everybody's throat. They've been top 5.
Ooh, we should.
Not in our playoff bracket.
Maybe in our model.
Ooh.
All right. Other relevant sports news quickly. Stephen A. Smith. What was that? He threw a first pitch out, I think, in a Yankees game. One hopped it by like 15 feet. Didn't even get it to the plate. You can't be a national media sports guy talking sports. Get out there and do that because you're going to lose all credibility. We already talked about the MLB. Texas swept the Mariners. Now there's another series late. Another, I think, in 2 weeks or a week. I don't know.
It was hard.
Still time.
Well,
and then Usher.
The Blue Jays still could give you guys a chance to get in the wild card if you can play better than the Astros. You got to beat the Astros. I think you got to play the Astros at some point.
Yeah, we play Astros, Rangers. Usher is the halftime show. Usher is the halftime show at the Super Bowl. My wife was very excited about that. That'll be a good one.
I think so too. He's got a lot of classics.
Dude, I heard Let It Burn at work the other day, and I looked around. I was like, this song used to hit so hard. Like it still does.
They call me USHERRAYNMOND. Now, baby, tell me what you want to be.
Easy, we're gonna get shut off.
10 seconds, dude. All right, Inter Squad Dad Kings Jamboree. I think Butch P ran me down today.
I hawked you down, man, because you had that Seahawk defense.
Oh my gosh, dude! They cost me so much. I hate the Seahawks. Why do I even? I did play kid ball. I don't know what the standings are. Who won?
I'm on top right now.
Okay, Butch P is.
But J-Vi's about to win Sunday Night Football, so we're going to be tied.
I also won NASCAR today.
That doesn't matter.
I don't know. The Raiders just scored. They're making it a game.
Here we go. All right. There you go. That's episode 65. A lot of football. Fantastic. What a day. We love football. That's why we cut out some of the other stuff. So recommend our show to a friend, to a family member, so they can tell their friends. We would do the same for you. Follow us on YouTube, The Milly Goats, Rumble, The Milly Goats, Twitter, @Milly Goats, Instagram, The Milly Goats, website and blog, themillygoats.godaddysites.com. Apparel at Really Neat Outfitters, www.raeo.live. We got a big release coming. It's coming, just like the blog was. Just takes us a few months to get. Then subscribe to the show. Those help us out a bunch. The ratings help us out. The reviews. We love talking football. So thanks to Hall of Fame Vets and Circus Chat as well. Wednesday night, we got a Thursday night game to break down, fellas. 2 games tomorrow. Anything else?
Nope. Go Bills.
Here's our theme music.